Hey you guys, so I figure I would do a little quick makeup and unboxing of the ILIA makeup while I talk about this stupid, I'm just gonna say this stupid list. While I talk about this stupid list that's been hitting social media about places that are not acceptable to go on a first date. And this all sparked because of that whole fake video slash skit. Yes, folks, if you don't know it now, it was a skit. It was a skit. It wasn't real. It turned out we all got played. Homegirl who said she want to be taking the Cheesecake Factory, on the first date and everything. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check the other videos on my channel and you'll see exactly. I showed a clip of it and then talked about it. But yeah, it turned out, okay, sorry, that it wasn't real. This color is this is like some kind of mauve color, but it kind of looks a lot like my own natural lip color. It's okay. I like my lips to pop, stand out. Anyway, yeah, so feels good though. Nice and moisturizing and smooth. It's really good ingredients in this. Anyway, so let me read off the list. Okay, let me read off the list of these places that supposedly you can't go on a first date. Okay, now mind you, I don't buy into none of this, right? Of course, you can see that, but and I hope none of you do either. But let's go down the list, shall we? Of course, they put Cheesecake Factory on the list. By the way, any of you can Google this up. This is supposed to be the list. There's also some other you may or may not be able to see it. There's also some other images online as well of the list of places that are not acceptable. So Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili's. They tripping with Chili's. I love Chili's. Those Southwestern egg rolls. And the I like the Chipotle chicken fingers. Y'all tripping, okay? Olive Garden. The movies. Now I'll be honest with you. For a first date, the movies is not ideal. And the reason why is because a first date, you're supposed to be getting to know each other. You're not supposed to be running your mouth in a movie theater. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless you plan on going to eat also after the date, after the movie, on the date, then a movie theater is not an ideal place for a first date. Now, other dates, going to movies is great once you guys have already established getting to know each other and you're just looking for bonding time and to share going to see a movie you both were looking forward to seeing. Sorry, my shirt looks a little... Anyway, let's see. So the movies, I would agree, take that off the list, but not because supposedly it's cheap. There are plenty of fine dining while you watch a movie places that exist today. So there's different levels of that, okay? It's because you can't talk. You can't get to know each other. Your house, no. You definitely should not have your first date at your home. That I say because for safety reasons. For safety reasons. For them and for you. If you're crazy. If you're crazy, then yeah, they definitely shouldn't want to come to your house. But they wouldn't know, would they? If you don't know each other very well, please don't go to each other's houses for a first date. I don't care if you're rich. Don't do it just for safety purposes. Also, that's a little lazy. Now, there's only an exception to the rule, man. There's only exception to the rule with that. It would have to be maybe you guys run in the same circles or something and you're familiar with each other and you have been prior acquainted, you do somewhat know each other, and then, like I said, maybe you know each other, and maybe finally, you decided to ask this person out, or that person decided to ask you out, and you plan on hiring a chef to cook, and you plan on, maybe even hiring, a musician to play music there, making it a very, very classy date. You know what I'm saying? Then that's the exception, but that's really, really exceptional and a very exceptional, circumstance. If you do not know this person, you have no prior acquaintance in any form, I do not recommend going to your house. Okay, just no, or them coming to your house. That's the quickest way. Also, not only for somebody to put themselves in potential harm's way, but it's also putting someone in a position where they might feel tempted to sleep together, and that to me, that's not ideal for a first date. I'm not judging because we're all grown, but if you're really trying to get to know somebody and you want opportunity to not have soul ties develop, or to have something like intimacy distort your actual ability to see this person clearly, please just don't even bother to engage with intimacy on the first date, okay? Or go to their house. Any fast food chain, With my ex-husband, our first date was McDonald's. It didn't mean that we didn't go to other places. We went to all kinds of places, from chains to fine dining. And let me tell you something. I had a car already. You know what I'm saying? But he decided that after we had our child, he wanted to gift me with a new car. And he did. And he paid for it. And there's other things that he's, done for me that, if you had to go based off of the first date, you wouldn't have thought that's what would have been possible. You know what I'm saying? Because you just would have assumed, oh, he broke, he can't afford it. I didn't care nothing about how much the first date cost. What I cared about was we met in a nightclub. So I like him wanted to see each other in the daylight, and we wanted to kind of feel each other's energy out and make sure that we didn't meet a psycho in a nightclub, okay? And I normally would never go to a nightclub. A friend who always liked to go to nightclubs dragged me to a nightclub, and that's how we met. Now, so I can't say about fast food chains. If that is that person's budget, you either care about knowing who the person is on the inside or you don't. If you feel like your standards need to be higher, that's okay. If you feel like a fast food chain is not appropriate or whatever, or you feel like you don't want to be with somebody who can't afford to take you elsewhere, that's okay. That's okay. I'm not going to judge anybody on that. I'm just pointing out something to you guys that you guys probably would never thought was possible. If I had judged that man off of taking me to McDonald's on our first date, we would have never got married. We were married for 12 years, had a beautiful son, and till this day, he still has my back. You know what I'm saying? We're like family regardless of not being together anymore romantically. Okay, so keep that in mind. You guys are either looking for real connections and real love and whatnot and commitment, or you're not. You know what I'm saying? Now, other things on the list: Buffalo Wild Wings. To me, that's still a fast food chain. So I don't even know why they just didn't include that in there. Wingstop, same thing. That's a fast food chain. I think they were just trying to be funny with this list. They had them in. Red Lobster. Now, since when Red Lobster was not a classy enough place to go on a first date? They have lobster, for goodness sake. Y'all mean you too good for Red Lobsters? They still come from the sea. These are not, you know what I'm saying? You can't fake a lobster. Like, why is going to Red Lobster a problem? Everybody loves their biscuits. Like, stop being childish, you guys. Some of y'all are childish. Anybody who has a problem with going to Red Lobster, you know what I'm saying, for a first date, you're a clown. I don't care what nobody say. You a clown. You a superficial, gold-digging clown. And I don't like standard shaming, but it's gonna happen today because I really think some of y'all are actual gold diggers. You're not really looking for the person inside their heart. And here's the thing: if that's your standard, that they have to be able to afford to take you somewhere fancy because you expect to live a fancy lifestyle and you want somebody who makes that kind of income, that's okay. But just be honest and be upfront and say, well, I'm actually gold digging. I want somebody who makes this kind of money and can afford to take me to these kind of places. I don't want an average Joe who can only afford to take me to Red Lobster, or Red Lobster is in their budget for a first date. Just say that, but don't by any means shame anybody in their standard or what they can afford, and try to put a place like Red Lobster of all places to be a not acceptable place for a first date. Get real. A buffet, man. There's some buffets that will rock your socks. I'm serious. There's some buffets. The food is so good, and I've been to different buffets from classy to just low budget. And I'm gonna tell you something. I dodged the low budget ones because I got sick. I got sick from eating at a low budget one, but that was me hanging out with one of my friends. You know what I'm saying? One of my girlfriends convinced me to go to this place because they had like all you can eat crab and whatnot. And oh my gosh, we got sick that night. But be honest with you, I've never been on a date to a buffet ever at all. I've never been on a date to a buffet. It just never. Well, for one, buffets are becoming rare, and but if there's a nice buffet, let me tell you something. I like food. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I like food. I like food. And so you take me to a buffet and it's a nice one, like good food, yeah, I'm happy. What else they got on this list? IHOP. To me, it still fits under fast food to some degree. I don't see anything wrong with IHOP. You know why? Because what if you're dating somebody who works the night shift and the only time they have to give you is at IHOP that morning once their shift ends? That's somebody who was working hard and they actually still want to take you out because they want to get to know you and enjoy some good breakfast, okay? But they also serve lunch as well. Denny's. It's hard to find a Denny's these days. I'm sorry, I'm laughing about Denny's, but the last time I've been there, I had a cranberry think cashew salad or something like that. That was a really good salad. No, whatever. Denny's, the gym. If you two both like to work out, and y'all really passionate about it, that's up to y'all. However, I would figure that afterwards y'all would go have a bite to eat or something. I just don't see somebody go in the gym and then they part ways like, bye, okay. But church, what's wrong with church as a first date? Other than you can't talk. Other than you can't talk because you would be interrupting the pastor. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, yeah, church I don't think is ideal for a first date because you can't, just like the movies, you can't talk. There's no opportunity to talk, right? Other than that, it seems sweet, in my opinion, to take somebody to church on the first date because you are introducing them to your congregation, and you're showing them that you're a person with morals and values. Better than a Netflix and chill or at your house or something, right? Starbucks. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a coffee date. Anybody who says it is full of it. Okay? First off, Starbucks is not cheap. Go to Starbucks every day and watch how much it eats into your budget. Starbucks can take a chunk out of your budget, okay? Because it's not cheap. So let's say you go to Starbucks and you get a latte or something, and you get a sandwich or a muffin or a cookie or something like that, because they do have sandwiches, they do have cookies, they do have muffins. It's easy to spend $10 to $15 at Starbucks just getting a small beverage there and a cookie. Easy. If you're getting a cookie, a small beverage, and a cookie or muffin, you definitely spending $10 to $15. If you get a sandwich, you might as well be, you definitely spending $15 because it's not cheap there. It's just not. And considering this is your first time, let's say meeting somebody, or your first time getting the chance to have a real conversation, and you're legitimately trying to see if you guys even have anything in common, or if you're a good match or not, there's nothing wrong with Starbucks. Some of you guys are out here complaining about women using you for free meals. Well, that's the all more reason you go to Starbucks, because if she's still interested in you after having a Starbucks date, then she's genuinely interested in you and she's not there for a free meal. Ladies, if you have a problem with men doing this to weed out the gold diggers or the meal diggers, I don't know what to tell you. But if you're really interested, ladies, in getting to know that man, and figuring out if you have a real connection, or figuring out if you guys are even on the same level mentally, emotionally, in terms of, because there's certain questions you guys should be asking each other on these dates, especially on the first date, so that you can know if you're even sitting there with the right person or the wrong person. Because you don't want to entertain a second and third and fourth and fifth date if the person and you really don't align or have much in common, or don't have the same values, or not even looking for the same thing. The whole point of the first date, figure out, do you guys want the same thing? Are you looking for the same thing? And be very honest with each other. What are your values? What are you seeking? What are your goals? You know what I'm saying? Come on, get real, you guys. I think some of y'all are going on dates just for the fun of it, or you're going on dates just because you want to be treated out. Coffee dates is the same thing as Starbucks. Come on, whoever made this list is an airhead as far as my concern, because y'all just trying to be funny. Ice cream dates. Ice cream date is the same thing as a coffee date. Nothing wrong with that. I went on an ice cream date before, and it was nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're there to get to know that person. Family functions. On a first date, I don't feel like family functions is appropriate. You're just there to get to know each other. Family dates just seem like you would get a lot of opinions from family and friends that really they're not necessary yet. And you don't bring people around your family until you know you're serious. And also, you don't want people putting pressure on you guys either. You don't want to give that family false hope either, in case you guys don't make it beyond that first, second, third, fourth date or whatever. Let's see, movie night, meeting Netflix and chill. That's definitely off the table, because we all know what happened at Netflix and chill. So unless, ladies, you're looking to get used, a Netflix and chill is a no. Fellas, unless you're looking to just waste your own time, because if you're serious, do not do no Netflix and chill. Ladies, gentlemen, don't do it. We all know that's a waste of time and that's going nowhere. Intimacy should not come into the picture until you guys have had time to get to know each other, okay? Have some discipline. Somewhere that requires a long drive. Now, that would make me laugh when I first saw it, because that's a safety thing, I feel like. And two, it's just the first date. You're getting to know each other. Who wants to be driving an hour or two away to go on a first date, unless you guys have already had the opportunity to talk before this date and you really, really, really feel like you have a connection and you really want to spend some quality time together. Then it's not a problem, right? Bowling can be fun. There's fun first dates are a yes, okay? You can talk in between the bowling. So bowling is perfectly fine. You guys can still go get something to eat afterwards or whatever. or eat some snacks while you're there. Once again, it's about getting to know each other, not about being a shallow bougie person. Okay, nightclubs, yeah, I wouldn't do that for a first date. Not unless y'all really like to dance, but no, a nightclub is not good. Why? You don't get the opportunity to talk. You don't get the opportunity to really talk. That's not a great environment. On top of that, it's a safety thing because somebody could roofie your drink, whether you're a woman or a man. Okay, I've heard of this stuff. Yeah, stray away from the nightclub. It's just not a good place to talk. It's dark in there. You ain't gonna really hear each other. And like I said, getting alcohol involved because of the drinks, and it's a safety risk factor. Hookah bar, that's not a bad idea for a first date. It's not. I don't know who's coming up with this list except for retards. At a hookah bar, you actually have the opportunity to talk and get to know each other and relax. Okay. A bar just for drinks. Nothing wrong with that, except for, to me, that's a safety issue. Somebody could roofie your drink, or you could get drunk, or they could get drunk, and then that could go all downhill from there. Somebody may go home and sleep with the other person, or somebody could possibly just kidnap you or anything. Otherwise, a bar for drinks is a maybe. It's a maybe. It's a maybe. You have to trust and follow your gut and your intuition. Do you get bad vibes about this person? And I mean, trust it. Don't get excited because you think somebody cute. Trust your intuition about this and your gut. Waffle House. There's nothing wrong with it. And y'all keep talking about Russell and Sierra. They're already rich. That's the point. They already got money. They've been everywhere, places none of you have been to, and yet they still think the Waffle House is a cool or fun or nice enough to go on a date. Because if you like Waffle House, you like Waffle House. If you like the food, you like the food. All right. I love breakfast food. I've been on a Waffle House date before. It didn't make me feel any less in value. I love breakfast food. You know what I'm saying? Where else are we going to get it? Maybe if there's a cafe, there are a few cafes that serve breakfast / brunch, but they're not open past a certain time. Only the Waffle House and IHOP is, right? Waffle House is also 24/7. So let's say you meet somebody and at the club or something, or a bar or whatever, or something, and you decide you want to go get something to eat, but the Waffle House is the only place open. Hey, it is what it is. That's the first date, right? You're just there to get to know that person. But I do get people's hesitations like, oh no, come on, sis, we can do better than the Waffle House. Let me tell you something, ladies. Your worth does not come down to what somebody spends on you on a date. It does not come down to how fancy or not the restaurant is. If you want to know what your worth is you not spreading your legs and giving away your body to somebody who has not made any promises to you that they're going to commit, that they're going to respect you, and that they're not going to waste your time. See, y'all talk about self-worth. Y'all don't know your self-worth, because if you did, you wouldn't be out here giving it up to somebody who you're not either in a relationship with, or somebody who's not even marrying you. How about that? How about that? But y'all don't want to talk about that though. Sports events. Nothing wrong with the sports events. If somebody want to take you to a basketball game or a hockey game, there's plenty of opportunities to talk while you're there. Before the game starts, you could talk a little bit during the game and after the game. And a lot of times people do go get something to eat after they've left that sporting event. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. And if you both share a love of sports, it's fun and it's a good day. Heck, what if they have floor seats, or if they have the box? You know what I'm saying? And there's good food up there. Like, you can't judge on how nice or not that date is going to be. But if you want to be bougie, be bougie. If you want to have these fake, false high standards, while at the same time you're not saving yourselves for marriage, or you're not at least saving yourself for somebody who you know will love you, if not marriage, that you're waiting for before you become intimate with somebody, then I couldn't bother to entertain this list you guys have, because your worth is not based off of the dollar value. It's based off of your virtue. But y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all really don't, because a lot of y'all got a body count that if people only knew. And yep, I'm going to judge based off of that, because whether you're a man or a woman, you shouldn't have a high body count. You shouldn't you shouldn't be able to go over you shouldn't be able to go over 10. Really. You shouldn't. I'm serious. You guys, but some of y'all are out there. Anyway, comment. And if you comment, make sure you're respectful, because if not, I'm going to delete it and I'm going to block you. And I'm going to tell you how I feel about you before I do it. But comment. You can be honest and speak your truth, but be respectful. So comment, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to hear more videos, and check out my other videos, because I have other videos as well. Peace. Okay, you guys. So before I forget, I do want to talk about this ILIA Beauty Insider little makeup kit here. Okay. The mascara. And if you look at it, tell me that's not cute. This mascara actually really did extend my lashes, did volumize them, and they're looking all curved. It looks great. It looks great. And it's really good, healthy ingredients, you know. It has castor seed oil in it, sunflower oil, and these are the first ingredients. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the multi-stick. That's the multi-stick. The multi-stick starts out with sunflower oil, castor seed oil, and cocoa seed butter, And it also has, of course, the wax in it, sesame seed oil, shea butter, citrus seed oil, orange peel, corn oil, avocado oil. Like, you guys, this is really good ingredients. Now, a multi-stick, you're supposed to be able to use it, on your lips, on your cheeks if you want to make them a little rosy or whatever. I don't know if you guys can see, it gave me that little blush effect. Put some on this side. And I don't have any foundation on right now. So my skin, this is what my skin really looks like without any foundation. You can put that on and do one of those numbers. Pretty cute. And you could also use it to, give yourself a little color there and a little color there. Nice. So if you're looking to create a quick look, like let's say you're going on a last minute date plan, or you're going out with your friends last minute, or just whatever last minute, and you need a way to create a little look, a nice cute look at that. Look at that. Nice. Okay. Nice. This kit is perfect for that. And what I like about it is the ingredients. The ingredients are so rich and just healthy and good for your skin and whatnot. Now, in terms of the mascara has shea butter in it. Water, beeswax, and shea butter are some of the first ingredients. And what they say about the first ingredients that you see on the list, that's majority of what's in whatever that product is. And so that's pretty surprising, really good. It also has what else is in here? Biotin. You guys, biotin helps the eyelashes grow. It also helps hair grow as well. It also has arginine, which can also help with the eyelash growth. Arginine is like an amino acid protein. It has nettles in it. Wow. It has some kind of fermented root in it. Corn oil. And it's hard to see some of these other ingredients in here, but it's glycerin and stuff like that, which is pretty decent. Like, this is a really good product. Really good, really good brand, honestly. And it came from Sephora. Okay, this actually was my free birthday gift from Sephora. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't wear a lot of makeup. I really don't. I only wear makeup either for doing videos or for special occasions when I'm stepping out of the house. And but when I do wear makeup, I prefer to wear more natural makeup. I will also wear other makeup as well. It's not natural, but because when you really want to look, you want to look. But this is really good. I'm gonna have to check out Sephora for some more stuff, okay? Because I'm impressed with these two. Now, I didn't feel like this color did much for my lips. I had to actually add a little Avon fuchsia hot pink. Well, this is like a fuchsia pink to my lips to actually get more of a lip color that can be seen while it still looks more natural, right? However, the ingredients in this is still really good. It's really great for lips to soften them and condition them and things like that. And it does give you just a little teensy bit of color, just not enough to me. Okay, so some of you might actually not have an issue with the color, but so that was my review of the ILIA. It was kind of hard to talk about any of it really while I was talking about the forbidden places to go on a first date list, but at least I still was able to get this in. And so I'm going to edit this into the end of the video or wherever I can fit it, maybe in the middle of the video. Wherever you guys see it is where you see it, but